Alright, before we begin the video, I have something I need to explain. Usually when I record these videos, I have a backup save file in case something goes wrong, and something did go wrong. But the thing is, the backup save file, was not updated, so if I were to use that one, I'd basically have to replay through like 3 videos worth of levels. The mistake I made was that I accidentally saved my game over the file that I've been using to Let's Play. So these first 2 levels that we're going to be going through, the stars are going to be invisible and not the usual pretty golden color that they usually are. Hello everybody, my name's you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64! In the previous video, we defeated Bowser, kind of. And today we're going to be going through Dire Docks. It's a very dire situation. I'm so bad at puns. Anyway, we're going to be continuing on to this area, listening to the super amazing music that goes through here, even though I don't use like water levels all that much. And there's so many bubbles on screen. Too many bubbles, so little time. After you defeat the Bowser level, this is the reason why I wanted to wait until after I defeat the Bowser level before continuing on through Dire Docks. You may notice, the submarine is no longer here. What that means is that, the submarine disappearing means that when you defeat the Bowser level, that the submarine in Dire Docks will go away. It will also activate the poles that you need to jump across to complete this level. So you cannot beat the 3rd level in this area until you defeat Bowser, so keep that in mind. What we're going to be doing next is that we're going to be activating the blocks that we activated in the couple videos back. So we need to step on the switch. This actually activates another set of blocks off in the distance over there, which we'll be getting into in a moment. Without the submarine in the way, the poles that we need to jump across are now free to move. This could be a pretty tricky jump to make, but if you have skills like me, then you shall be fine. You need to be very careful with this area, and this area does play a lot with the depth perception in this game. So you need to be careful jumping across this area. That's basically it. You need to be careful jumping across this area. That's basically the law of all platforming games, where you just need to be careful where you're jumping. There's a blue block thingy that you can jump across right here. They'll activate some blue coins if you need them. That certainly will be helpful for when we go for the 100 coins in this world. Basically, we're getting the 8 red coins of Dire Docks. You guys have probably figured this by now, but there are 8 red coins in every level in the game. This is the 8 red coin. This is the 8 red coin level for this world. So yeah, that's basically it. These poles take a really long time to come to when you're not really moving. But the thing I noticed is that they kind of move quickly. They kind of have like a little illusion where they seem like they're not really moving all that fast when you're not actually climbing across them. But the thing is, when you're actually climbing across them, you do realize that they are actually moving at a pretty decent speed. That could be a little bit intimidating to people who aren't really good at platforming games. But just keep it cool and you should be okay jumping across this area. There are a couple power stars underwater that we'll be getting into eventually. I'm not entirely sure if I will be able to complete Dire Docks throughout the rest of this video. Hopefully I'll be able to, because that would be awesome, but it probably won't happen. Okay, let's be careful right here. This is a very, like I said earlier, this is a very tricky jump. Like when I was practicing for this level, I struggled with that jump for some reason. But luckily I didn't struggle all that much. And there's actually something really interesting about this world that I'll be demonstrating in a moment. Well, not in a moment, but like in a couple levels. There's like gonna be a few levels between when actually I think it might be the next level. I don't know. It's one of the levels of this world where I'll be able to demonstrate something that's so totally awesome. You may notice that there are 2 power-ups off in the distance. Well, you can't see the other one because of the draw distance in the game. But there are 2 power-ups over there. And the really cool thing about this game is that just like in Kirby 64, the Crystal Stars, you can combine power-ups in this game. I'll be demonstrating how this works later, but just keep that in mind. It's not required, I think, but it is a cool little thing you can do. Okay, I missed the coin, but the pole is back, so we can just climb across here. It's not that big of a deal if you miss a coin. It's not like it takes a long time to get over there. While it may seem like these poles take a long time to actually move around, it's not that big of a deal if you miss one of the coins, because it does not take that long to get back over to where you are. And over here is one of the more difficult jumps in the game. Well, not this next one exactly, but the one after this one. This pole, it could be pretty difficult. One thing I was trying to do when I was practicing for this was I was trying to be unnecessarily epic and try to dive towards the pole. But that's not the way you're supposed to really do things. So you have to just wait for it to come to you, and then you can jump up towards it. If it would hurry up. Alright, let's jump towards it. Yay, we got it! We got the thing! It's awesome! Now you're gonna want to change the camera angle so you can better aim your jump. And this is the jump that I was talking about a moment ago, where I was saying that this is like one of the more difficult jumps in the game. Basically, you have to time your jump so that you can, well, jump between the two areas. You have to be very careful going across here. Because if you mistime your jump, you will fall to your deathly doom, even though the water is not instant kill in this game. We just have one more red coin to collect, so let's go grab it! What are you talking about? That power star's not invisible, it's completely golden. I didn't collect it off screen because of a mistake I made in between recording videos. You're just going crazy. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm explaining at the beginning of the video a little mistake I made in between recording videos, but it's not that big of a deal. It's my voice cracked. It's not that big of a deal because you can just recollect the coin, you can replay the levels at any time, which is a really nice feature. I really like it when video games do that, where you can replay a level at any time. Without further ado, let's go collect our power star. Clap for joy. Alright, now we're going to be getting into what I was talking about a moment ago, where you can combine power-ups. Now, it's not necessary to complete this level, but it's something that I really want to show off because this is just awesome. And I really hope this does make a comeback in later games. Like if you were to combine like the cat power-up and the Tunic suit, you can get like a flying cat or something like that. That'd be really funny. But in this game, you can combine, I think you can make any combination with one exception. I don't exactly remember which one it is. I'll talk about it in a later video. But if memory serves correctly, you can combine any, you can make any combination of power-ups in this level, in this game. Which actually isn't really saying all that much, considering there are only 3 power-ups in this game. Alright, what we need to do is that we need to fly through these rings right here. Well, we don't need to fly, we just need to swim. After we swim through 5 of them in a continuous manner, the power star will appear at the very bottom of the current where we would not be able to swim towards. So, what we need to do is that we need to go over here and get this metal cap. But first, there's something else I want to show you guys. Actually, no, I'm going to show you guys later when it's actually relevant for a mission. I'm just going to get the metal cap now. I will combine the power-ups later, but I'm just going to do that later because it's not actually really all that relevant to this particular mission. It is relevant to that mission over there where there's another power star off in the distance inside a little cage of evilness. But without further ado, let's go to the current to get the power star. How Mario stays perfectly still in the middle of a current, I will not know, because the metal cap wears off after you get the power up. And I'm talking very, very fast in this video. This level right here is basically the harder version of the level we just completed. There's a manta ray swimming around, minding its own business in this level. What I really love about Dire Docks is there's actual life in this place. Like Bob on Battlefield, it is a nice area. It's very cool and relaxing and things. But the thing is, the only real life in that area are like the Goombas themselves or the Bob-ombs or something like that. With this level, at least at the very beginning, you can see the wildlife of this place, like the manta rays and sharks and cheep cheeps. It just looked, I really like it. When I was saying a moment ago where I was talking about how this is like the more harder version of the level we just completed, the Manta Ray will have 5 rings coming from the back of it. You have to swim through them without being too close to it or swimming too far away for the thing to even register. So this could be really difficult. I'm probably going to end up cutting ahead until we actually get to that point, because this could be very time consuming. Finally! That thing takes so long to get. Okay, hopefully we don't have a repeat of something that happened on an earlier playthrough. Not like the first playthrough, but also not like a... Okay, it didn't happen, but on an earlier playthrough of this game, I think it was a DS version, but it happened once where after I finally got that stupid thing after literally an hour of playing through the game, I went through the water current and I died. It was the most horrible thing ever, but luckily it didn't happen on recording. So this mission named Collect the Caps, and that is the mission where we're going to be able to combine the power-ups in this game to reach maximum awesomeness. So we need to go through this tunnel again. Something I noticed is that, actually I didn't notice this, I read this on Mario Wiki, but apparently Dire Docks is like the smallest of the overworlds in the game, which I can totally believe because there's really only 2 areas there's really only 2 areas in this world that are really linked together. Baba Battlefield had like a couple major areas, like it had a few major areas like the opening plains where the Bob-omb is, the mountain, the metals. This area really only has 2 areas, the marine area and the submarine area, and there's just like 1 tunnel in between those 2 areas. Now this is what I was talking about a moment ago, where you can combine the power-ups. Now, not only do we have the awesomeness of being invisible and being metallic, we also have the awesome abilities of being invisible Metal Mario. That means we can be metal, where we'll sink to the bottom of an area and we will not take damage at all, and we'll be invisible, where we can go through the metal crates in the area. It's awesome. You found 70 power stars. The mystery of the endless stairs is solved. I don't remember anything. Oh, I remember now. Basically what that means is we now have the ability to fully complete the game. We can go immediately to the final boss if you want. I think I might be wrong about that. But now we basically have the power to go to the end of the game. Well, that was the last level that we can complete for Dire Docks, but there's one more detail that I want to show off before I end off this video forever. If we go through the tunnel again, this takes a little while, but that's mostly because Nintendo 64 needed time to render the next area. I talked about the technical aspects of rendering areas in older games in like in a Spyro video. But basically, this area right here, it's not rendered at the same time as the marine area. That little tunnel there was added to kind of like make a little, give the Nintendo 64 more time to render this area. But one thing I want to show off is that if you go inside this tunnel, we will show up in the lake at the beginning of of Peach's castle. So with all that, we're gonna end this video off here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video of Super Mario 64. Next time we're gonna be collecting the 100 coins of the Hazy Cave, as well as the other areas in the basement. Basically, we're getting all the 100 coins of the levels in the basement. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video of Super Mario 64, and until next time, gear to you. Oh yeah, unnecessary epic backflips, wee! Okay, that was pretty funny how he did a bunch of backflips and then slipped and landed in the water. Alright, thank you guys for watching this video, and until next time, gear to you.